Hello guys, I bet you came here to learn how you can use push to talk with the controller. Stick around and I'll show you how. Okay, so if you reached this video, it's because you are interested to know how to use a controller and use the option to push to talk. Just a quick intro. So usually when you use mouse and keyboard when playing FPS games, you basically select a key or a mouse button to assign to push to talk. So while you are pressing that push to talk keybind, you are opening your mic and you can talk to your teammates. The other option is to use open mic, which makes the option to be that your mic is always open, which means all you say, when you are breathing, talking to someone at home, everybody's listening to it. So I don't enjoy too much to use open mic. I don't enjoy too much playing with teammates that have open mic. I much prefer to have a push to talk button. So I press the button while I'm hitting it, while I'm keeping pressed, it will talk to my teammates. However, many FPS games, I don't play all the FPS games, but most of the FPS games I have experienced, they don't offer the option to select the keybind on the controller to use to push to talk. This trick I'm going to show you, not trick, this procedure I'm going to show you works in every FPS game, but this workaround was figured out by me, especially for Apex Legends. But this will work with any other game that you choose. So stick around for the tutorial on how to use this trick, and well, see you in a minute. Okay, so this is a multi-part procedure. However, this part is the same whatever game you are using this for. Okay, so this procedure works for any game. Well, you'll find soon enough that this will work for much other things. However, let's use this for push to talk option. So I'm going to use a program called Xpadder. Okay, it doesn't have to be Xpadder, but I use Xpadder because I have it for the longest time, and I have the license to use it. So I don't have the need. I didn't find the need to find a new one. This one works fine. You'll see the procedure. Okay, what I'm going to do here, and if you Google for something similar, probably will find out other similar tools that can also be good enough for you. But this works for me. It works for me for years now, so I'm happy with it. I don't find the need to use a different one. But you just need to find something similar, or this one, exactly this one, if you prefer. It's fine. So you're going to execute Xpadder, and he's going to show up like this. If you see this red icon here, it means that the controller is powered off or disconnected if it's a wired controller. So I'm going to connect my controller. Okay, any controller, it will work. So far, I have had any issues with any type of controller. Now it's gray, which means the controller was detected. So next, you just press this controller button here and new. Okay, so this is going to help us build a new layout. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of depressing, but it will light up a little bit soon enough. So you need to decide which button of the controller is going to be assigned to push to talk. If it's the left stick, up stick, right stick, D-pad, A, B, C, whatever. In this case, I'm going to use the click of the left stick because even though this procedure will work with any FPS game, my example will be for Apex, but it will work with any FPS game or any game, to be honest. So I'm going to click on buttons, even though this is a stick. The pressing of the stick counts as a button, and it says here, click on the button you want to add. So I just click the left stick, bam, there it is. Okay, this is working. It's just here. It was detected. And that's it. I will show a trick how to make it a little bit more pretty to see. So I just click OK. Then I will click the button itself. And then I have a keyboard map and a mouse map where I can click on the desired key press. When I play mouse and keyboard, mouse 5, it's my push to talk anyways. So I'll just use the same one, which is fine. Now, every time I press my left stick, if you can hear it, it's just counting as mouse 5. Now just need to make sure that your mouse 5 is the push to talk in-game. Any in-game, any FPS game or any game whatsoever will work like this. So if your game does not have an option to use a gamepad key pressed for push to talk, this will work every single time. So you need to have this open for this to work, but that's fine, I guess. So in game, you need to set your push to talk to mouse 5. And in this case, if I click my left stick, it's mouse 5 and it's activating push to talk. Now to make this a little bit prettier, I'm just going to back here to the properties, settings. And I can click the open key or button in this case, and I have a BMP file that it's the layout of an Xbox 360 controller. Now I can put this here, and this will just look really nice, really pretty. And if every time I click on the push to talk, there it is, I'm activating the mouse 5. It could be mouse 5, Enter, V, whatever key press you prefer. Now let's jump in game, and I'll show this working. Okay guys, here we are in game now. I'm using Apex as an example, but you can use this in any game. I'm using in Apex because, and as an example, because it was with Apex I felt this first. So I'm a recent controller player. So if I go to my settings option, I have here my auto sprint on, okay, which is kind of what makes this work. Also on the mouse keyboard, I go to the communications tab and I set my push to talk to mouse 5, which corresponds to the Xpadder tool. Okay, and now I can just push forward on my stick and I'm sprinting, which is what I enjoy to have in this game specifically. And if I click my left stick, I'm just using push to talk, as you can see on the bottom left corner. Okay, so this will work with any FPS game, and you can also, this end part, we just Apex specifically, which is the one I am being playing, and I felt the need to actually find a workaround for me to use and to share with you guys. Okay, stick out for the intro, and thank you. Okay, so this procedure I've shown you in the previous segment, I will use this specifically with pressing this stick here. And I'm going to talk about Apex Legends specifically right now. So this procedure works for any FPS game. Okay, any FPS game, this procedure for assigning a button to push to talk, it works for any game. However, talking about Apex Legends specifically, what I did was I chose a predefined layout. I don't remember the name, but it's the one I will show you here on screen. It's the one that this is melee, this is sprint, this is crouch. Okay, so that's the layout I use. And one option that Apex Legends gives me is that I can always sprint. So I can my character is always sprinting, which means that this button that if I click makes me sprint, it's actually not needed anymore for that function. So that's why pressing this key for push to talk is great, because I'm not using it for sprinting. If I press it, I'm sprinting. Sorry, if I press it, I'm sprinting anyways. So I'm always sprinting, which means I don't have to press the key to sprint. I'm always sprinting, which means that I can use this key for other functions. And in this case, by pressing this, okay, by using this deep press for push to talk, which means it doesn't really need to sprint. So I use it to push to talk. So I'm sprinting, I click, I push to talk, and I depress, and I'm back again to a closed mic. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you can leave a like and subscribe, it will be great. If you cannot, it's also fine. This procedure will work on any FPS game. I hope you find this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.